Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel. Or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. And I apologize if my lighting looks a little bit weird. It's my ceiling fan, so that is why if it goes from dark a little bit to light to dark to light to dark, it's just my ceiling fan. So anyway, today in this video, I'm going to talk about the top 10 things you should never do in the movies. Now, this is a video teaching etiquette for the movies and how to behave in the movies and how to be proper in the movies. And I hope this video helps you guys out when you go to the movies. I thought this, and I thought this would be a fun video to just teach what you guys should, what is okay to do in the movies, what is never okay to do in the movies. So I'm going to get started, and let me know if you guys find this video helpful and give it a thumbs up if you do. So I'm going to get started. So number one on my list should be eat crunchy candy or any noisy food. Now I also have a video of top 10. Sorry, I had a timer going because I have my dog in the bathroom and she's eating. So anyway, number one on my list would be eat crunchy candy or any noisy food. So you never want to eat any crunchy candy or candy like Nerds, hard candies, just anything that's really hard, because you're going to disturb the other people in the movies by chewing really, really loud, because that stuff is kind of noisy. And you don't want to have any other noisy food like carrots, apples, or anything like that in the movies, because it's just, you're gonna just bother everybody in the movies. It's really not good to have noisy foods when you're in the movies. And I do have a top 10 foods I do not recommend for the movies, which I'll link down below, as well as a story about how I ate Nerds in the movies, which I'll also link down below if you didn't see. Number two on my list would have to be talk out loud. So you don't want to talk out loud in the movies because there's other people in the movie, people trying to watch the movie, and if you're talking so loud that everybody can hear you, you're going to bother the other people who are trying to hear the movie, and nobody can hear the movie with you talking super loud. So one of my bad habits is I do talk kind of loud in the movies, or I do laugh kind of loud in the movies. But I'm going to be honest, I do laugh loud and talk loud, but I never do it in the movies, just so you guys know. I'm always talking, like, whispering quietly, so then people don't hear me, or I laugh very quietly so people don't hear me. Number three on my list would have to be talk on your cell phone. So you never want to talk on your cell phone in the movies, and I'm sure you guys all know that if you see, like, the advertisements that say, never talk don't have your cell phone on in the movies, it's super rude, because you never want to talk on your cell phone or text during the movie, because it's just super rude, and and your phone brightness can bother other people. So if you're going to be in the movies, make sure you turn your phone off. Number four on my list would have your kids crying. Now, having your kids crying is really not appropriate to have in the movies, because if your kids are crying so loud that everybody can hear them, they're going to bother, like, the people who are watching the movie, and you just don't want to have your kids crying. So if your kid starts crying, just always take him outside until he's done crying. Number five on my list should be leave a mess in the movies. Now, that is one of my things that really irks me, is when people leave their garbage on the floor in the the movies. People leave the garbage on the floor in the movies and rely on the cleanup crew to do it. That's not appropriate. I mean, it's kind of rude. I mean, you're taking advantage of the people who are cleaning the movies. I understand it's their job to keep the movies clean, but you can clean up after yourself. It's not very polite to just leave a mess in the movies. So always just make sure you're cleaning up after yourself in the movies. And another good tip I do have is to use your empty popcorn bin as a garbage bin, so then you can pick up all your garbage at once if you have so much garbage. And I have a story about how somebody rudely threw their trash in my garbage can, which I'll link down below if you didn't see. I mean, not my garbage can, my empty popcorn bin. Number 6 on my list would have to be cry. Now, you never want to cry in the movies. I mean, it's okay if you do it quietly, but if you cry really loud, you don't want to do it in the movies, because there's other people trying to watch the movie, and if you have a child that's crying super loud that everybody can hear them, just take them outside, because it's just not appropriate, because there's other people trying to watch the movie. I mean, it's okay to cry in the movie, because I know there's some movies that make us cry, but it's never okay to cry super loud in the movies that everybody could hear us. Number 7 on my list had to be laugh so loud that everyone can hear you. Now, laughing really loud in the movies is kind of rude. But also laughing kind of loud in the movies is kind of rude. Because there's other people that can't hear the movie. But I mean, it's okay to laugh when a scene makes you laugh, but it's not okay to just be so loud that you're gonna bother other people in the movies. Number 8 on my list would be have your kids running through the lobby. So you never want to have your kids running through the movie through like the places where people are sitting, because there are other people trying to watch the movie, and if your kid wants to run around and play, keep making them sit down until they understand, because it takes kind of like a while to get kids to understand that when they go to the movies they have to stay in their seat. And it's also not appropriate because then you don't end up knowing where your kid is. And they could be bothering other people who are trying to watch the movie. Number 9 on my list would have to be text on your phone. So I'm sure you guys all see the little notifications that when you go to the movies, like, you know, the little things where you see people texting on their phones, talking on their cell phones, or like pulling up their phone cameras and stuff. I'm sure you guys have seen all those ads for the movies, like what you're not supposed to do with your cell phone in the movies. And texting on your phone is really rude in the movies because you're bothering the other people, and plus your phone brightness might disturb the other people from watching the movie. So right when you get in the movies, always make sure you turn your cell phone off. I mean, it's okay to do it during the commercials, but if you're going to get ready to watch the actual movie, just make sure you remember to turn your phone off. Number 10 on my list would have to be tell other people to be quiet when they're laughing. So this is kind of rude to do. You never want to tell other people to be quiet when they're laughing. If their laughing bothers you, just ignore them. And I have a story about how my friend was being rude to me in the movies, which I'll link down below if you didn't see. It's never appropriate to tell other people to be quiet when the movies, because you're going to be the one end up making just as much noise as they are, and it's just some people get offended when you try to tell them to be quiet in the movie. So if somebody's bothering you in the movies and they're making a lot of noise, like talking or laughing too much, politely tell them that they're being too loud, or probably just don't say anything at all, because the more they laugh, the more you try to tell them, the more they're going to laugh. So probably just ignore them is the best solution. Number 11 on my list would have to be start fights in the movies. So you never want to start fights with other people in the movies, because you're bothering the other people who are enjoying the movie. And if you're going to just argue with someone, then just leave the movie theater. It's just completely rude to start fights in a public movie theater, because you're making just as much noise as the person you're arguing is. So if somebody is bothering you and you're trying to tell them to be quiet and they're offended and they're going to be rude, don't start an argument with another person in the movies, because it's going to make a lot more noise for the people around you. And also it's just really not appropriate. So, okay, so those are my top 11 things. I know I said top 10, but I'm going to change it to top 11. So anyway, those are my top 11 things you should never do in the movies. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!